Minx, 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 your flow just then was out of this world. How long have you been rapping for to be able to be as fluent as that?
Longer than I'd like to say.
Oh, really?
No, I've been doing it for a minute now, so I think I should be at a certain level.
Okay, so how long would a minute be, roughly? How many years do you reckon?
Maybe
you've been
about
rapping
10
for?
years.
10 years,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. I've been in different groups before, and I'm only just really on my own now. So yeah, I've had some time to work on it.
Yeah, to really get in the groove. Totally, I can so see that. It's so polished, so finished and rounded.
Thank you, thank you.
What was it that got you into rap in the first place?
I'd have to say it was my older brother, Ted.
Ah.
So growing up in the bedroom next to his, listening to his hip hop coming through, like going to sleep, you know, I'd school early the next day, listening to him with his friends, you know, NWA, Mobb Deep, all the classics, Black Moon. So soaking that all up. Yeah, that was a big influence. And then I lived with when I was a bit older, I lived with a producer and a DJ, both hip hop. And I was in between their rooms, and I think that solidified it. And we ended up becoming a group together as well. So, yeah.
So how many groups have you been in altogether?
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you prefer being a solo artist?
I do, yeah, because, you know, people are hard to get on with.
Yeah, yeah, it can be difficult.
Maybe it's me that's hard to get on with, I'm not sure. But, you know, I like being on my own. I like being able to have the freedom to write what I want to write and sing the way I want to sing and pick the instrumentals and work with different people all the time, you know? Get to do different stuff and just have that freedom. It's very important to me.
So obviously you've been rapping now for 10 years.
Yeah.
You said you like the freedom of being a soloist.
Yeah.
How long ago did you actually start performing as a professional rapper up on stages?
Okay, so yeah, about 10 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I think I've always been writing poetry and performing poetry, and I come from an acting background, so I've always been performing. So that was kind of a natural thing for me, but adding, I mean, the guys that I lived with that time, they said to me, look, okay, you write, you perform your poetry, you sing, and you do acting, and you love hip hop. I don't have another thing for that one. They were like, why don't you put it all together? So I ended up doing that, and that's how I started to rap.
So your sound is very different. Clearly, you really do have your own flow to everything. How do you think that came about? How did you manifest your own unique sound?
I think from the kind of music that I love. So I've got such a huge adoration for 90s East Coast hip hop. Like, it's so obvious that's what I love. I think with my flow, you can tell a lot about the way my flow is, that's what I like. I think other influences would be, I love disco. Like, so many people think that's hilarious. I just love disco. So I love kind of Vicky D and Fonda Rae and all those really sassy, almost jazzy kind of female vocalists and stuff. And then influences from writers like Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac, and Lil' Kim.
You love me, say Lil' Kim. Do you love her, do you?
I love her so much. When I was 16, my brother wrapped up his CD of hardcore and gave it to me. He was like, it's time. You know, it's time for you to hear this. And it was a huge influence on me. It was great. Not that I would want to talk about the same kind of things that she talks about, but in terms of kind of just being herself, her character, the dynamic of flow, just her delivery, you know, she's incredible, really incredible.
And it's so important as well, I think, in the rap world to have a strong female rapper that believes in themselves, you know, whether they're a feminist or not. You clearly have a lot of strength there. Do you feel that that's an important part to your act and to your music?
Hell yeah. I think every woman should have a kind of element of feminism, which is really silly because we shouldn't have to in today, you know? But I like to call my feminism like inclusive feminism because I like men and I don't want to like leave them out, you know, or I don't have a problem with them, but so they can be involved. Like you can stand next to us whilst we're being incredible. That's cool.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
You know,
yeah, that's fine. As long as they're cheering us on as well, it's all good.
Exactly.
I mean, let's look at some of the female rappers that you spoke of. Anybody else in particular that really stands out for you?
Well, most of the female rappers that I really like who commercial were back in the day. Like, I can't deny the commercial female rappers of today, like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, but I don't like what they're doing to our young people. in terms of like I work with young people, I work with young girls, and they're so confused about their bodies, you know, and they think that their bodies are wrong, and I'm like, well, those women's bodies aren't real. You know, and I think it's really messing up a lot of young people's the way they see themselves and what they think is normal and what they're expected to be like. So that stuff isn't amazing to me, but I think as role models, you know, Cardi B is amazing. She's such a huge character. She's done so well for herself, you know, and that's just her being herself, and, you know, props to that. But I think her journey is not the best journey to be, you know, showing our young girls what to do. So I wrote a song called Buy a Body, which is basically me talking about, you know, it should be smarts, humor and heart. That should be the female holy trinity, right? That should be what you should focus on. Like, yes, you know, being good looking is something that's really important in this day and age, but you don't need to like change yourself to such a degree. Like it's just too extreme. And you know, young girls are looking at Instagram models and wondering what the hell's wrong with themselves. I'm like, this isn't real. Like people don't know what's real and what isn't anymore. You know, like some of the young guys are like, oh, look at her, she's so hot, she's so natural, and look at the picture, and I'm like, bruv, like, there's nothing real about that girl, you know?
Do you feel like it's quite hard nowadays because we do have so many social media outlets? You know, you've got your Instagrams, you have to look this way, you've got to look that way, you have to act like this. And as you said, with certain tracks potentially that are not giving the great message that it could be giving to a younger audience, do you think that's having an effect on our younger generation?
100%. I mean, what I do is I teach rap, I teach singing and vocal skills and writing to young people 15 to 25. And I can see firsthand the effect that music does to them with girls and how they see themselves, and also with like drill music and violence and you know, the amount of gangs that make music now, and it's all about what they do in their gang, and that's influencing everybody really obviously. So yeah, I don't think it's amazing, but obviously music is there to communicate and to influence, and that's why I'm trying to keep mine positive and keep it a bit funny and not take myself too seriously, because I think people are just taking themselves way too seriously.
Way too seriously nowadays.
Way too seriously.
We need to just lighten up a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. In a recent interview, it was said that you sounded like Lily Allen meets Lauryn Hill meets Moni Love at a party.
Yeah.
All those three together. That's pretty good company to have at a party, I'd have to say.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I was delighted when I read that. I really like that because it was an American radio station that actually said that. And you know, I think they can't help but see me like Lily Allen because of my accent and blah, blah, blah. And because I do write songs that are quite similar to Lily Allen's. I think a lot of relationship-based stuff with a feminist slant. Moni Love, like, she's one of the... I think Steph London, actually, is smashing it now in terms of transatlantic. But Moni Love was, like, the first woman to do that. Even though she did rap in an American accent. Like, that's all right. That's all right. And Lauryn Hill, like... So yeah, that was very exciting when I got that review. I was very, very happy about that. So that's how I know I'm on the right track.
Absolutely.
On the
You've done quite a bit in the States, haven't you, performing-wise?
Yeah, I had a manager out there. I worked with him for about 5 years, and I go out there kind of 3 times a year and do shows and record and stuff. Yeah, I love it out there. I mean, New York is the birthplace of hip hop. Yeah. You know, and I've been all around the underground hip hop scene over there, and that makes me so proud. Like to feel like I've really like. Planted myself in there. Was like, right, everyone respect me here? Yeah? All right, cool. Okay. Now I'm going to start trying to make some commercial music.
Yeah. So was it quite hard for you to try and, you know, break the underground scene in America? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Were you anxious?
I was always excited. I mean, I think with nerves, I just turn it into excitement. Like I'm not going to use that as a negative feeling. Do you know what I mean? But I have had difficulty with misogyny.
Okay.
I think we're very lucky growing up in London and, you know, having just the way we're brought up to see each other. I think it's very equal in terms of race, in terms of gender. I think in New York it's quite a segregated place, and I've had a lot of difficulty out there. I've had men kind of address my manager even though I'm standing next to him. Wow. I'm like, hi. Yeah. You know, you can ask me that question. You know, like literally asking him questions about me, and I'm like, bro, I'm here, like, we can have the conversation. Things like that. And then also, like, not being, like, a too overtly sexual female rapper, and then also not being, like, gay. So I'm like this in between, and it's funny because over there, those are like the two things. You either go that way, you're either like butch and aggressive, or you're like super over sexual, and it's like, where's that middle bit? And you're asking me earlier about kind of other female rappers. Like the only female rappers that I truly respect right now who are doing an amazing thing, none of them are commercial. It's like impossible to become a commercial rapper and not be naked and not be aggressive. And I'm like, what's happening?
What's going on?
Like, people have actual things to say, like intelligent things to say, you know, worthwhile things to say, positive things to say, influential, like positively influential things to say. It's like, why are they not allowed that platform?
And why are they not as big as they should be?
Exactly.
Like they're doing it.
Exactly. Like people like Blimes Brixton, Reverie, lots of girls like that. Most of them are from LA, but they're so sick. They're so sick, and they should be huge, but they're not. It's crazy to me.
Think it's ever going to change?
I'm going to try and help
That's
things
why you're
change.
here.
You know what I
That's why
mean?
you're here, girl. You're like, yeah,
No,
this is for me.
I think there's a lot of people that are trying to make that change, and I think if we all keep fighting that corner, then it will.
No, it's very important. I think we need people like you, role models like you, to be able to stand up, say that, and do what you're doing as well. So props to you for that.
Thank you.
So I know you've been in the States. Where else have you been? You've travelled a few other places, haven't you? You've got quite a few influences from places.
I love Jamaica. Like, I go to Jamaica a lot. I've done a few shows out there. Because I just did one song which was like a remix on Sister Nancy Bam Bam. And after I did that, like my friend who's out here, Mixmaster Jay, he was like, we've got to go to Jamaica. So we went out to Jamaica, did a few shows out there. I played shows with like Ninja Man and Turbulence, and did some music videos out there, and I just can't stop going back.
I love it. When are you next back out there? Next week?
January.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm shooting a film out there actually. I was really excited about it. Yeah.
So you're still keeping your acting going alongside your rapping as well?
I had stopped acting for a while. I was focusing on my music, but I've just got a new agent, and I'm just getting back into it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've been missing it. I just like to perform. Like, I don't care what.
Full stop.
Yeah,
Perform,
yeah.
perform. And so you clearly act, you rap, but you sing so well as well.
Thank you.
Like, how, if you had to pick between rapping and singing, which one would you pick?
That is the hardest question ever, because you know how people always want to be in your ear. Like, I've got people say, oh, you rap better than you sing better than you rap, and I'm just like, I just don't listen to anybody. I'm not listening. I can't listen. I don't know. It depends on what. I mean, I enjoy rapping so much. I think I would pick singing, because singing is so much more emotive, you know? Like, I think it's harder to sing. It's harder to stand and sing, because the only other time, like, you elongate your vowels are when you cry or when you laugh, you know? And you're really bearing your soul when you stand there and sing. So for that reason, it's very cathartic and it's very emotive. So I think I'd pick singing.
What should we expect next from you?
Well, Love You I is out at the moment on all digital platforms. I've got some more songs on the way. My next track is going to be called Female Dirtbag.
Okay.
It's definitely an inclusive feminist song.
Okay. Nice.
Lots more music coming out, lots more gigs.
Wow, but please don't stop rapping either. Don't stop rapping, singing,
Absolutely.
acting. You've got to do the whole shebang. That is all we've got time for, I'm
problem.
afraid, Minx. But before you go, I have got my quick fire round questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Popcorn, salted or sweet?
Sorted.
Nice. Favourite female rapper?
Bahamadia.
KFC or Nando's?
KFC.
Live? A live or recorded piece?
Live.
Dressed up or dressed down?
Dressed down, but still up.
Okay, nice. I like that one. Spring or autumn?
Autumn all day.
Acting or singing?
Hey. Singing.
And we already know singing or rapping, it would be singing. Wow, so you're a singer at heart.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
I didn't even know that.
I heard you out, girl. That is all we've got time for on today's show. But please tell everybody out there one more time where they can find out more about you, Minx.
All my social media is Minx for Music, MINX for music.
There you go. Make sure you check her out. Comment below. Get in touch if you want to be on the show as well. And we will definitely see you next week. Bye.